Hydrogen has been used as a fuel for decades. It is produced by using electrolysis to split water molecules. When renewable energy is used for its production, the result is green hydrogen, a carbon-neutral gas that can be transported via pipeline and storage containers to where it is required. Multiple recent studies confirmed that green hydrogen is the only viable option to reduce the greenhouse gas emissions from heavy industries such as fertilizers, cement, iron, and steel, and as a fuel for long-haul aviation, trucking, and ships. As countries in heavy industry decarbonize, demand for green hydrogen is growing rapidly, and global demand for hydrogen is projected to rise sevenfold by 2050. Africa is ready to play its role in the global transition towards green hydrogen energy, and it has all the raw materials necessary to produce green hydrogen. To help capture Africa's share of this growing market, a major new report, published by the Africa Green Hydrogen Alliance, sets out more granular detail on the nature of the opportunity, the investment need, and the barriers to overcome. The Africa Green Hydrogen Alliance is a group of 6 countries with high production potential that are Egypt, Kenya, Mauritania, Morocco, Namibia, and South Africa. These countries intend to foster collaboration on creating a sustainable enabling environment to supercharge green hydrogen development. The analysis from the report shows that green hydrogen could create up to 4.2 million new jobs and increase the GDP of the 6 countries by $126 billion, which is equivalent to 12% of these countries' current GDP. The high potential in wind and solar energy means that these countries could produce green hydrogen and related products such as ammonia in a competitive fashion, both meeting domestic demand for hard-to-abate applications like heavy industry and off-road transport, in addition to a potentially significant export opportunity. In fact, key industrial centers in the European Union, Japan, South Korea, and Southeast Asia will have large demands for green hydrogen if they are to meet their decarbonization targets. But due to geographical constraints, will be unable to produce low-cost green hydrogen from renewable. Given their natural resources, the 6 member countries of the alliance could collectively supply more than 1/5 of the world's demand for green hydrogen by 2050. If the production potential of these 6 countries is achieved, it could help abate around 6.5 g of cumulative CO2 emissions globally by 2050, roughly equivalent to the combined CO2 emissions in the United States and Europe in 2021. In fact, by investing in green hydrogen, the frontrunner countries in the Africa Green Hydrogen Alliance can create millions of jobs and unlock a roaring economic engine. This cost competitiveness could allow these 6 countries to meet the entirety of their own demand for green hydrogen and related products needed for heavy industry and segments of transport, estimated at 10 to 18 million tons by 2050. This would include uses such as the use of green hydrogen as a replacement fuel for coal and steel making, or the production of green ammonia used to make fertilizer. To capture this market, the 6 countries would need to rapidly expand their renewable energy capacity, as well as the capacity of electrolyzers to convert water into hydrogen. This represents approximately between 29 and 56 gigawatts additional electrolyzer capacity by 2030. This is up to 17% of the total global green hydrogen capacity we may need by 2030 to align with limiting global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius, and approximately 51 to 96 gigawatts of dedicated renewable energy capacity. It's key that the deployment of green hydrogen aims to maximize benefits to local communities and spur the creation of new green industries such as green steel and fertilizer. For this, the report is a wake-up call to investors and policymakers to help unlock the opportunity, as it calls for greater cooperation between governments and the private sector to unlock the investment needed. The private sector and financing community should step up and unlock investments while meaningfully engaging local communities to craft an overwhelmingly positive story for Africa and the climate.